No, there's like 30, so it's not too late to change your mind. Count them. You can count if you're wanting.
Okay, let's try this again.
Will we banish it?
I don't know, but we're trying it
The
again.
only thing I can think of, but it would have been lightning fast, is I was a little worried we didn't get the Beatles off before we went live. Did you call it do-over?
I said share this one, share this one, share this one.
Right. Okay, good.
Like this one, please share this one, not the other one.
I wonder how many people just think we went off the air. Okay, so 566, share this one. But you're not in front of the screen.
I am.
So I'm waiting for you to appear.
Okay, let's try that again.
It says live. I still don't see you though. Oh yeah. Can you do like a thing where you plug your ear or something so I know I'm in the right? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. There we go. It's about a 5 Mississippi lag.
Happy Springtime Painting by Sandra. It's gold and it's watercolor and ink.
So was the previous one?
How are you?
Called just 566.
Yeah.
Please share, and this one's called.
Please share this one, not the other one.
Right. Okay. So to the viewers, those would look a lot alike, right?
I tried.
I love you.
What's your opening bid, Sandra? $5. This will bring you happiness all the time. Sparkle and happiness. Even in the gloomiest of moods, you will just see these cute little friends and you will know you're not alone. You got cute little friends. So cute. And how are you? How much for Freddie? 15. Okay. Also, by Sandra. This is Freddie Mercury. You can tell because he's got very cute teeth.
It's from his. It says I want to break free.
Yeah. On the beads it says I want.
want to be free.
Just those two silver. It's like the
And it's opening 15.
Yes.
Opening $15 for cute Freddie Mercury.
Places of Pokestop.
What?
You know your places of Pokestop?
No.
Okay.
What does that mean?
You can hang it on your bag, and Freddie can sing to you all the
Is
time.
that when Pokemon Go?
Yeah.
I kind of
Text
do know that,
403-629-7424
but I'm surprised it still is, unless
if
it's
you
like
would like
read
to
down
bid
the
on
list.
this. I'm laughing because now we have 2 people online.
Did you get one?
because it says it's shared
A Poke thing?
See, yeah, I think it'll be
There's
okay.
comments.
Okay. And then is there just one, or does it like regenerate?
Well, regeneration.
Is it like one per game, or if you take the Pokemon thing, then the next person can't have it?
Oh, they can have it.
I see.
So,
Rich Teru, would you like to talk about your painting?
That is a okay. That is a family portrait of my family. And sometimes people ask me how many kids I have, and I say, well, it depends how you count them. Because I have 3 biological children and an older stepdaughter and 2 younger half siblings to Felix. So there's Lenny, Arthur, that's Oliver, Felix, Rich, Jess, Teresa, and Robin. Like the Brady Bunch.
What's your opening bid?
I don't know why anybody would want to buy that. I will say that I found a bucket of inks and I brought them into school and I was showing the kids inks. And I don't know, do you do this? I do this awkward thing where I'm like, I'll pick a kid that's kind of not really connected, like not really, and I'm like, let's just try something. And I'll pull it ink and they'll go, oh, that looks neat. I'm like, it does, doesn't it? And they all think they know everything, even though they know nothing. And so I go, what do you think it is about ink that matters? They're like, it's inky. I'm like, but before we start, and I don't like. I remember at my old school, I replaced this one program where the kids had to do like read a textbook and then pass a test, and then they were allowed to touch the art supplies. My kids have to talk to me, which is probably worse. But I'm like, what do you think is it? So I'm asking you guys now. And like one kid today is great answers like, you can write things with it. I'm like, yeah, but you can write things with a pencil. So specifically, when somebody goes to the art store to buy, I'll ask you, what do you think is special about ink? Why do we have it? Why does ink
Like,
sit on the
instead of-
shelves next to gouache or acrylic or oil or
It flows.
Yeah, I was
Flow.
gonna-
That's
yeah,
the word.
flow, yeah.
it? And then the next thing I do is I say, get your little computer out of your pocket, look up Ralph Steadman. Now, not all of them want to do Ralph Steadman paintings, but I'll show them how to use the either pencil crayon, which they don't touch the paper with, or a just sharpen. I'll often take my old brushes and stuff them in the pencil sharpener so they're sharpened up, and I try and encourage them to not so much paint the ink on, which you can with a brush, but to dollop and drip and splash the paint on. So this was a painting with some gold ink and some black ink.
I really do like the lines that you got. from
Yeah, my family.
That's the best thing about ink. It has a mind of its own sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Allow it to do its thing.
The randomness and the flow and the looseness is another way I heard it described, and I think that's a good way to put it.
It also, I would say like the tiniest drop, and then you go to rinse it, and it's
Yes.
like, it
Yes.
feels like so much.
So
It does a lot of the nice stuff that watercolors do, but differently.
But you can't.
And so it's just it's a magic rainbow every time. Did you guys want to sit closer? Or you,
this is
We're parked in the loading zone, so we can't stick around.
are you selling a piece tonight? Is there anything you find desirable? And I didn't mean to gesture towards my wife.
this is by Alex.
She's taken.
Cosmological Unity. Opening is
$5.
$5.
There's still only 3 people with us.
4.
That's a problem.
There might be more people.
Oh, we got canceled.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
What does that mean? I'm just gonna
On Twitter.
I'm just gonna keep showing ours. Oh, look, 5 people. Okay. Opening is $5. And
Because I complained about the art funding.
wow.
Are you blacklisted now?
Yeah.
Like the things I should be blacklisted for versus like what I actually get blacklisted for. But I will admit this, okay? Our government, which I should be non-political, but I'm fucking not,
If we
cut funding to supporting transgender kids.
Yep.
And in the same month, boosted funding to the arts. And all my friends were really, like, oh, this sucks, but I love it. Thanks for boosting money to the arts. I'm like, well, it's about the same amount of money, right?
because they're divide and
If I'm taking
conquer.
money away from these kids, and there's a group of people that are willing to stand up for them, but I give everybody, fresh haircut, it's kind of cool. And so I really felt, as an artist, kind of disappointed in my arts community that just celebrated the boost to the arts funding because, I think it's $420 million that goes to the arts, and they boosted it by 1. Which is probably about as much as they're saving on the puberty blockers.
Right. So sad.
So that's my little rant.
This is by Allie, and it's the Enlightenment Feather. And maybe someone needs some enlightenment out there in government land.
I'd say.
I mean, we're about being
Enlightenment.
political, but we only have 4
2x4.
followers tonight. So.
Yeah. 2x4? Yeah. Any number of things. It's freeing when there's only 5 people online. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this is Blacklight Reactive, and it's opening
Which one? The one I did tonight?
20
My opening bid, I think, was
$20, I think.
$5.
It's $20 for this one.
This is the one I did
And
tonight.
this one is $15 for growth.
But I actually have lots of pieces to sell because
Yeah. I really love this piece. What was your
It's the
Inspiration, Rich.
it's the Bird King.
The
You said.
bird.
You said it.
I know.
Oh, you're pretending not to
It's-
know.
I want you to talk about
That's,
it.
that's her delivery.
I want you to talk about it.
What's your piece about, Rich?
Yeah.
You picked it as the Bird King. Here, can you hold it?
Yeah.
I want to do some a little bit of black light magic.
Oh, good. Because
And
there's some good.
you guys remember the Nutman? I don't mean me. Do you remember the Nutman? He used to. Let me ask you this: does anybody remember when there used to be this kind of like food court near, in between TD Square? It was like, I don't even know what's there now. It's like shopping space. But do you remember there was a different food court in TD Square? And if you went in there, there was this one guy that would scream at you, "Home fries! Home fries!" No? I'm alone on this? Okay, fine.
Why do I have a vague recollection of somebody screaming about that door right there?
Marvelous muffin.
Anyhow, what was the point I was going to make?
Nutman?
Oh, yeah. So you used to go around, and the Nutman had a space down there, too. But you'd also go to, like, teacher convention, or you'd see him in the shopping mall. But he also had a little song, so you'd be walking along, and all of a sudden, like, "Hey there, you want to see a little Nutman magic?" And he'd like, and then, like, a nut would, was it candies or nuts?
All of the above.
Confectionaries.
Oh.
Maybe I just made this stuff up. All right. I only sort of know what this looks like. Ready? Papa! Papa!
That's a nice
The
glowy.
blue is my favorite black light
Yeah.
color because depending on the tube you get, it's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes the blue does nothing because it's a black light, but it's actually blue. And then some of the blues are super vibrant.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it glows on it.
yeah. So this guy's like a king of birds. He's got bird feet. He's sitting on a pile of skulls, and he's sitting in a weird garden. I don't want to talk about it, but something's happening with that garden.
It's really beautiful. What's your opening bid, Rich Terry?
$5.
$5.
$5.
$5, Alex!
Hurrah! All we need is 1,800 and
10 to Andrew!
900, 1,800, 900, 90, 800.
Kate, please, I don't want to do math.
Okay,
I love you.
it's okay.
It's currently at $10 to Andrew.
I need to know, are you buying this out of pity? Because Galen liked it too.
I don't even think we have any of your actual art.
This is my actual art. But Galen was looking at it, and he kept looking at it, and I don't know if you guys have these moments where like, I really felt like I was crapping. I like it as a work. I just don't know where I'd hang it. I don't know where you're gonna hang it. Where are you gonna put this? Like, have you thought this through?
We don't have much wall space left.
Well, where would you put this? Like, it's not a bathroom painting. You know, it's not a kitchen painting, not a living room painting. You wouldn't want it over your bed, like hallway painting, yeah. If it's a dark hallway where you stored things. Oh, like towards the attic. Oh my God, we don't have an attic.
We don't.
I want one now though, and I'll hang an art gallery of all my weird paintings. It'd be like the bathroom.
It would be like the bathroom. Kate.
6 people are with us. $10 going once. $10 going twice. $10 going 3 times, and we're gonna leave a 10-minute lag for that one.
Okay. Would you like to show your Sailor Moon piece? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Could I bring it up? Yeah. Can you please remind your name? Because I saw the Instagram. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, and I was like, I was looking for clues. You brought back. That is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that one. What would you like your opening bid to be for this now?
What is your Instagram name again?
Sugar and spice, not nice.
Right. That really stuck with me, actually.
I know, and that's why I was like, remind me your name because I remember your Instagram. Okay, so first of all, this is beautiful.
And it's
Spice
blacklight.
Santana. I know.
You
So
got
hold. Do I have it? Yes.
it? Yeah.
Just kidding.
I want to turn the lights off for this.
Sure. No, that's okay. Are you okay?
Are you ready? I'm gonna turn more lights off. Are you guys okay? Kind of in the dark? Is that too much?
We'll have the moon to light us.
It is actually full.
I think today,
I thought
Yesterday?
that was Monday.
25th.
I don't know.
Oh my.
Oh,
Oh my.
I think we used the same blue. Your blues really work.
Whoa.
Opening is 140 for this beautiful piece. It's on MDF, blacklight reactive.
I'm going to say this. I've seen a lot of blacklight paintings, and this is the most thoughtfully luminous blacklight moons I've seen. And I've seen a lot. But there's a quality of like, I'm looking at it how the light is bouncing off of here and here, and the moonbeams are coming to the moon and striking through the clouds. And I've actually never seen Northern Lights. People talk about them all the time, but I can't order off a menu for some reason. It's my particular branch of the autism tree. And even when people point at the Northern Lights, for some reason I don't seem to see them. Like I tell people I see them, but I've seen them on TV. I've never seen anything like that in real life. Even when people around me are like, check out the Northern Lights, I'm like, I think I see a bit of a green cloud. Like, I don't know what it is. Have I ever told you that before?
No, that's interesting.
I don't really see this. I lie about it all the time because I don't want people to know.
I've never seen them. Like in
Oh,
real
well, then
life.
maybe it's not that unusual. But, and my grandmother used to always say that she wanted me to paint the Northern Lights, but I didn't know what she was talking about, and I didn't think to tell her I didn't know what she was talking about. But I really love the mistiness and the beams of moon radiating night on this. Really lovely. What's your opening bid?
140.
140.
Oh, and then look at the colors, and that's so lovely. That is really beautiful. Opening is 140. Should I put it against the side there? Yeah. Perfect. Actually, I'm going to grab your other piece to show.
What's the opening? My brain is. Oh my god! What the dust though? They're like
Sprites?
Sprites.
Soot
Sprites.
Soot
Sprites.
Oh my god, it's called my cat.
From
Sprite.
Ghibli.
But sorry.
What was it?
Okay. Oh, are you okay?
It's mine to draw. I think. Did I sell this one?
It's $10 to Andrew.
Yeah. It's all good. No,
It's strong. He's strong. Look how beautiful. Yeah, that's very nice. This is a cute little soot sprite. He's holding the stars. Opening is 20. $20. Ella.
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday, Ella, tomorrow.
Birthday present time. Artwork.
That is so nice. That's a nice gift. All right. So it's curling at 20. Text 403-629-7424 if you would like to
That's
bid.
403-629-7424.
That's
Let me get this picture
403-629-7424.
on both of our parts.
The stills that YouTube chooses are the best. It's like, so, Rich, can I show some of your other
Yes, please.
pieces here? And then I want to. This one is so beautiful. Here. This lovely human.
A lady sleeping on an elephant.
Elephant. What's your opening bid?
$5.
$5.
I'll pass it around. It might collapse under my weight. Are we helping? Let me just take this chair.
And a high five.
I hear something fuzzing.
Is it the tea?
That might be the tea. Oh, okay.
Also, Neil's
Neil's gonna read a poem.
Did you want to read a poem, Neil?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, is now a good time?
Yeah.
Yeah, now's a good
You
time.
come.
Come. Would you like the microphone?
I think it's better with the microphone.
You can project. It's totally up to you.
I'm so nervous. I literally peed myself.
Yay! Yeah, Neil.
There are
I
very
have a
few.
spot where
There are
I
very
can-
few firsts at Rumble House. Unfortunately, you would not be the first person to pee yourself or puke yourself at Rumble House.
I did not pee myself.
Somebody hit that bathroom and peed everywhere.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Where did it go?
The
I put it
microphone?
somewhere. No, the
Oh, I moved
poem
it
that
to
I
right here.
wrote. Okay, so I haven't written poetry in like 13 years, and I haven't written poetry about a girl in 13 years. But the girl that I used to write poetry about came back into my life, sort of. So all I wanted to do today was write a poem and come here and read it. So I'm going to do that. It's called As a Litany, inspired by From a Litany, and I call her my muse, my goddess, my love interest, and my plaything, but those are just catch-all euphemisms for everything she is. She's the girl with the big hair you fall in love with from the first time she shushes you in class. She is the opening to a fantasy world and a fairy tale. She's the whisper just behind your ear that turns your skin to braille and your bones to spring water. She is the inhale you take before diving into the deep end. She is the zen that comes when you leave your head. She's the veins that stand out when your blood boils or quickens. She's the yes that welcomes spontaneous joy into your life. She's the no that sets your boundaries and saves you from yourself. She's the friend who stands by you and defends your honor to strangers. She's the teacher who knows your strengths and encourages you to embrace them. She's the soldier carrying wounded troops on her back while bullets shred her flesh. She's the rule. She's the exception. She's the creature sharing marbles in a cynical dystopia. She's the bird queen puffing out her crown feathers. She's the anemone gracing the sea with vibrant tendrils. She's the messy room you don't want to clean up because you know each thing's place. She's the porridge the Goldilocks said was just right. She's the hand on your throat slowing the blood to your brain. She's the quiver in your voice when you think you might get what you want. She's the kindness that reminds you there is beauty in the world. She's the joke you tell at every party because it never fails to please. She's the urge to grow and be. She's the love it took to set her free. She's the ecstasy I feel whenever she wanders back to me. That's my poem.
Thanks for
Thank you.
sharing that with us, Neil.
Where can I put it?
Are you? Thank you.
Yeah.
You doubled our viewership.
Cool. Well, if anybody wants it, I expressed it $1.
$1 for this beautiful. 5 to Alex? Oh, that's so nice. That's so sweet. $5 to Alex.
Neil is going to keep this typewriter, and it doesn't have the letter D. And so there's also some handwritten D's on here.
That is really sweet.
I really actually think it contributes to your poem.
It's really sweet.
Lovely.
So it's currently at $5 to Alex. Should I do a whole set or just one or show? I don't know. I was
How many did you print?
I brought 8 home or 6.
Let's sort 2 together.
I carved lino block. I started a long time ago and I finally carved it. But this is my goat.
That's what I do when I want to cheer up Jess. I send her.
Jesus, he goes. She made me a little goat stuffy for my desk. She's my happy goat.
So we opened up Gorilla House 12 years ago, and Jess was one of the stronger artists in the Gorilla House. But Elijah and I were snobs, so we used to sit around and talk like snobs sometimes. And I remember a few times when Elijah and I were talking about art, and Jess came in and just decided to kind of knock us off our high horses. She'd come in with these up-level drawings. This goat is better than I've seen anybody do. So my benchmark is often, hey, that's even better than me. But which is pretty much, in my opinion, the same as better than anybody can do. But These are such strong compositions and such strong prints. And it's you don't describe yourself as a printmaker, but and there's lots of great printmakers that have come through here, but you actually strike me as one of the most distinctively good printmakers that I know. And I don't want to underestimate the work you've done here. There's one goat, two goats.
These are
Where's the
bunnies.
green one?
Oh, yeah. And a blue one.
Three goats. Four goats.
Those are.
And then so there's
Those are the 4 colors.
there's 4 colors of goats.
This is a ghost print I did. It's quite nice actually because it's a bit lighter.
5 goats. Why not 6 goats?
Just because I like looking at the subtleties.
7 goats
And 2 bunnies.
and 2 bunnies. There's a package of goats and bunnies that I was initially going to say 4.
Are you gonna do bunnies separately?
No, I was going to say 4 groups of 4, but I'm actually thinking the pile of them, just like
I'll
Jesse
send
said, is pretty interesting because they even seem like they're different sizes. And I don't know how you pulled that off, but what I like about your prints is that they're not all the same.
They all have
And,
lots of different personalities. Like that one. I really like.
So I think in total there's about 10 pieces of paper here. That would look fantastic if you put them all on the same wall. They would look fantastic if you put one on your wall and gave 9 gifts away. They would look fantastic if you gave 9 gifts to 9 people, 10 gifts to 10 people you love. But there's a stack of prints here, and this doesn't happen every day. And I would start the bidding at 100 if I were you. But let's say we start the bidding at $25 for all 10.
Oh, if you want just one, you can also do that.
No,
But I don't want to. Okay.
what do you want?
I don't know.
You're humming and hawing.
I know.
presented that.
No, that's good.
I'd be pretty happy to keep those on our wall.
Well, thank you very much for your compliment. All right. This is from Alvin. Opening.
$100 for all the prints.
From who?
Dusty.
Oh, Dusty. Thank you.
That is a good deal, Dusty.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which means we're only $1,700 short on rent this month. Ish, maybe $1,750.
This is by Alvin. Look at how the background looks like so cosmic. Very cool. Opening is 30.
Just a little bit of black.
Oh yeah. Very cool. Opening is 30. Also, I don't know if I showed echoes on the new
Also,
feed
all
yet.
kidding aside, I'll tell you we're not too stressed about being low on rent this month because we're always in trouble at this time of the year.
Yeah.
And what we have done for the last 12 years is Rich pulls all-nighters and sells paintings to Dr. John, but I haven't been doing that lately, which is one of the reasons why we're behind. The other reason we're behind is 100% my fault that we've just started working on the next project, so I haven't been pushing as hard to get people in.
But like you said,
It will get busy
always
in the
quiet
summer.
this
I
time of
promise
year.
it'll get busy, so don't give up on us because it'll get busy and exciting in here over the summer. And then the last thing is, maybe this was ill-conceived on my part, but we purchased something for somebody that needed it, and it ended up.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that has nothing to do. No, that's fine. That's also $30 opening bid.
Sorry, which one?
I just didn't know if I showed Kyle's on this feed, so I thought I should show this one
what's
again.
the, Alvin one?
Oh, 30 opening. Yeah,
Is
thank
there a
you.
title for this again?
No.
Morgan was asking if we would show his painting here.
Oh yeah, and I have this one too. So
Okay.
is that one opening 50?
I don't know. I think 40.
40?
I think that he was recognizing that it was a challenging portrait of a street scene and a drug user, and I think that his heart was into painting it, and he actually recognizes it's a difficult one to hang. There's also this one.
Guess we were just reading Ocean at the End of the Lane
Yeah.
by Neil Gaiman,
Yeah.
and Ursula Monkton was described as having white lightning coming from her. She floated in the sky,
Right.
and so I thought about that. That's opening at 40 as well. That portrait. No, I'm so sorry. The portrait is by Morgan, and it's opening at 40.
Sorry, I didn't mean to push
It's
that.
okay.
Can I show this one? Yeah. Or you can, if you want, you can do an e-transfer. Is that easier or harder?
Yeah, it costs money.
Okay.
And this is by Amanda, and it's also $30 opening.
How much is it for? Yeah. Just how about just take it for now and then we'll do it later. Yeah. We've unplugged it during
By
the
Amanda.
live feed because the bank machine interferes with the live feeds sometimes. So we still have it, but we generally run it after the event.
30 as well. No, you're perfect. Everything is perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, look, I can show some Rich's pieces, and you're holding one of
Look
your
what I can
pieces.
do. Okay. This one was on CBC Radio, which is a funny thing to say out loud. But this painting was on CBC Radio. It was, I believe, Sun and Earth
Yeah,
or Sun and
like a
Moon.
landscape.
We're not really in the frame here. It might have even been this way, was
I
it?
think so. Yeah.
And then I painted it and I sold it. It was donated back. I painted it again. It was donated back. Are you joining them? Oh, that might be different. I'll have to
I
hold
got
them.
it. I got it.
They do. They actually snap together. Just let go.
Got it.
They snap together and they actually hold together when they snap in. Can we do the?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I just kept tinkering with it. So it's black light reactive,
So is his pants.
and then it's also night glow. If you turn the, I don't know if you'll see the night glow
A little
with the light on, but yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to share it. It's kind of part of our new motif for the Isle of Rue.
I'll make it
Kind of,
easy.
yeah. I think back into the Atomic Age. I got this rad record in the mail today called
The Atomic Age.
The Atomic Age. It's a speeches of like how we're going to survive with these nuclear missiles from the 1950s. Whew. I'm going to say this timed out, right? Yes.
Yes.
The Bird King.
Yep.
Andrew got that?
Also a bit of a rabbit.
Rabbit?
Just a rabbit print.
I think the prints all went together for 100. But if you come back, she could print you a rabbit tonight, though.
I have it at my school. The print. I washed them and pressed them.
Did we sell this?
Those are sold from last week. Sorry, I just didn't get a chance to put them away. These are all sold from last week.
How can we sell so
careful.
much stuff and then?
This is all hinging on not moving.
Okay, are we good?
I don't know.
Okay, show some work.
Okay, this is Brendan from last week. Opening 20.
Also, if you want to send me cat photos, that might just fire up my phone a bit.
Cat what?
Yeah, do you have any cat photos?
That is a cat.
See, it's just nice to hear the phone ding. Like tonight.
This is Birch too. It's a beautiful Mona Lisa. Not Mona Lisa. Not Mona Lisa watercolor. Opening. How much for these?
$5.
$5.
So $5 for Mona Lisa, $5 for Lady on an Elephant.
These are. You said these are cool guys walking downtown New York.
This was from the Blue Notebook.
You painted that the weekend. It kind of got warm, and it really felt like warm people.
Yeah.
Walking outside.
Cat photos? Oh, whose cat is that?
It's MacGyver Fluffy Pants.
Is the painting for the Isle of Rue for sale? It absolutely is. At any price, Rishma. So you just decide what you want it for, and it's yours.
Is this
These
your
are
clients and-
a conversation that Robin and I have all the time. My daughter is a dancer. And we would often talk about top 10 lists, top 10 drummers, top 10 rock bands, top 10 books. But the strangest thing was one day I said to her, who is your top 10 dancers? And we got kind of stuck. And even furthermore, given how much she had dedicated, like she was dancing 9 days a week, like twice a day, a couple of days a week. And she just texted me in the middle of the night not long ago, said, who's your favorite duo? And I'm trying to, is it the Nelson brothers? I forget their names.
Gregory Hines and
No, these guys were from way,
Nicholas Brothers.
the what?
Nicholas Brothers.
The Nicholas brothers. Yeah, here, this is
Yes.
yours.
Brothers.
How do you know the Nicholas brothers?
Everybody should.
Can I give you this name?
That's beautiful.
Did Rishma bid on them?
Not yet.
Okay. This is actually pretty fun. You can't really see it. There's a robot standing between a couple in the darkness with a spaceship, right? And it's a collaboration with my alter ego. How do I tell this story without crossing a boundary? There is a very, very special young man that I teach, and he is incredibly feral, and he is my mirror being that, like, I actually met him years ago. He burned his finger and I could feel it through the building. So he and I are connected in a certain way. And sometimes he kicks holes in walls and sometimes he doesn't. But this was a day when I just finished this drawing. I really liked how it looked. Sometimes you share things on Instagram. I use Instagram and Facebook not for like my self-esteem, but to get an idea what people are interested in. And some of my paintings will get more responses than others. And sometimes I'm totally blown away with what people respond to. This one got a really great response, except for to calm my buddy down, I invited him to paint the background blue, which I think he did a great job of. But I'm not sure whose piece this is, and he gave it back to me. But we had such deep conversations as he painted this background blue. And so this piece of paper is a piece of paper that kept a good friend of mine out of trouble
That's really nice.
on a day when he felt like kicking holes through the cement. So
That's nice.
Yeah.
And it's the ink again.
it is.
Beautiful.
Elephant one, $5.
All right, I'll do $5.
Where is it? It's around the corner. You have to buy the computer there. Thank you, Andrew. $5 to Andrew. This is a really beautiful
For some reason,
landscape.
I don't really know what that one was about, but I was thinking about Kipling when I painted it.
Beautiful landscape ink.
I was doing ink prints, kind of like the, and this was actually the sheet that I was mixing colors onto. So I just grabbed a nice piece. Rather than using scrap paper or glass to roll my inks, I rolled orange and yellow ink onto this paper. And then I was just thoughtfully using the paper to roll my inks and then putting the pieces of paper aside so I'd have these backgrounds to paint on. And then I went into it with some green waxy watercolors.
That's really lovely.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
This is by Alana, and it is $40 for this lovely piece. Round canvas, metallic, and beautiful color paint pour by Alana. Oh, do I show this one? Another robot.
Yeah. This is a, we watched the Iron Giant. I've seen the Iron Giant probably over 300 times, which seems like a lot. Like, I actually, if you asked me how many times I've been to Vancouver, I'd say like 50. Only I'm 50 years old and I haven't been once a year my whole life, so it hasn't been 50 times. Do you get what I'm saying? Or if I ask like teenagers how many Christmases they've had, they think they've had like 20 Christmases, but they haven't. They've, you know, do you get what I'm saying? I do think I've actually seen the Iron Giant around 300 times, but it got so that I was just playing it when I wanted the kids at school to kind of mellow out and experience something. So I didn't always see it. And then I waited like 12 years to watch it again. And Jess and I sat down, and again, we're kind of going through this atomic phase. So this is not a painting of the Iron Giant, but it's obviously referential. If I pass that around. But it was just a doodle I did that landed in the frame, and somehow when it landed in the frame, I really connected with it.
This is by Kelly.
Bid on one piece that, oh, that should say Rich. Where did it go? Where did it go? The piece that me and my friend did.
Oh,
This one. Ta-da!
Simone bid. Right? Is that
So I'm just going to say this is yours, and you can pick the price, whatever you think.
Simone bid $5? Simone? That was the opening bid on the piece that Rich did with his friend.
Yes, $10 on that piece.
The cityscape. Rishma
Cityscape.
bid $10 on the cityscape. Yellow one. Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
And did, sorry,
Simone
Simone 5.
bid-
Uno 50.
And the blue background.
Yes. Thank you. Bye, Oliver. Did you get everything? Yeah? Good.
How are you getting home?
Bus.
Oh, yeah. I just gave you a bus pass. Wait, can you use that bus pass?
Yeah, the last one too.
Okay, good. I love you.
Bye.
That's
Look.
my son. When I used to drop him off on the weekend, he'd say, "Bye forever, Dad," and it would just tear me to shreds. Now I'm just happy when I see him.
So Simone has this one at Rishma has this one
What's that
at 10.
Did you show this one? Do you know what this one is?
10.
This is such a special piece. It's the Isle of Rue. So our next project, starting in December, is an island made of soup, but it's called the Isle of Rue. TheRoux. The Isle of Rue. And the Isle of Rue is my brain floating in a swamp of soup with a red monster who's a creativity monster who runs around on top. And we've been building puppets and writing stories and inventing it. But this is the first visual illustration of the Isle of Rue.
Island, yeah.
And it was actually something I saw quite clearly in my head, but deep in the back. And so, like, I was trying to explain to Felix, he's like, "Is it an island, Dad?" And I was like, "Well, it's like my brain." He's like, "Your brain is an island?" I'm like, "No, nothing so literal." And is it floating in the sea? He's like, "No, it's soup. It's an isle of soup." And in a way, the brain is soup as well. And then
Exactly.
and then he's like, "Well, who's the main character?" I'm like, "Rue." And Rue is this little red monster, and he's the creativity monster that gets out of hand when he doesn't make stuff. So that's kind of this is the first visualization of the Isle of Rue, and it was actually something that was so abstract in my head and yet so concrete that I really felt a physical pain trying to bridge the gap between the reality back here and then the reality that we kind of share together. And so this was actually like such. You remember when you broke your arm and you were drawing with your left hand? That arthritic feeling.
Yeah. Like
And,
you can see it, but you can't do it. Like
Yeah, and so I'll have the kids in my class draw with their weak hand, and you have this weird sense of like it actually sort of feels like arthritis, where your joints are kind of grinding on sandpaper, and that's how I felt drawing the Isle of Rue for the first. I'm much more comfortable drawing this now, but the first time I put it on paper, it actually hurt my brain.
Sandra, Simone went. Oh no, $50.
Thank you.
So Simone is on the blue background piece.
Did we get a bid on the not Mona
Thank you,
Lisa?
Simone.
This is crazy.
The Lona Misa.
So when I look out the window of my school in Cochrane, the exact same background behind the Mona Lisa is our field.
Yeah.
And there's this little winding road and some mountains and some trees. And whenever I want to blow the kids' minds, I have these little things in my pocket. I'm like, you want your mind blown? You want your mind blown? Take a look at the Mona Lisa. Now look out the window. They're like, oh my God! And it's like, there's a couple things that I'm always like, just keep in my back pockets. Like I can blow your mind at any time. At any time, I'll blow your mind.
This is by Kelly, and I didn't get to show her. So this is a doctor, and he has like a skull. I don't know what this doctor's doing, but it's kind of interesting. And it's a resin skull, and it's a Dr. Egon Hodson. He's studying a new species, and the opening is $72. And that's really interesting. And what is he with the scalpel?
What is
Kelly,
wrong with
you're
me?
very interesting.
There are thousands of
Thank you.
paintings here.
It's nothing wrong. You're just very prolific.
Well, part of it is we started. We got to the point where none of my big paintings were selling, so I started making little paintings, but they don't take as long. Here's a siren, a wacky chimera. There's nuts hanging out. Bed gun, also nuts hanging out.
Was that like the Nutman earlier?
Nutman!
You've gone through a different set.
Is this Jesse figure drawing?
Yeah.
When did we do that?
One of the figure drawings.
I like this self-portrait because my eyes are crooked. They're not actually crooked as much as like kind of like I think I hit my head a lot as a kid. And then there's this funny little
It's a taper.
thing we saw at the zoo.
Also, he did this today. We bought some isometric graph paper, which is very
Yeah.
fun.
Okay. So this is one of those things, right? I painted it, and I probably shouldn't have because I put the green drawing of this up, and like this is why sometimes I wonder, like, have I been canceled? Like, is there something I don't know? Because sometimes I'll put my best work up and get like 10 likes on it. I'm like, wow. And then I'll do a doodle, and then they get more likes. So this was, I think, when it was green, maybe people like the simplicity of it, but then I painted it. And maybe now it looks like everything else. So actually, as soon as I opened up my Instagram, I was like, oh, this has got a lot more feedback than some of the stuff I've done lately. But this is a, what did you call the,
Isometric graph paper.
right. And then a number of people asked me, how did I paint this? From what vantage point? I'm like, no, I just drew it on my head.
I really do like it on that angle. It's really cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like remembering our conversation about the other city when I asked them.
When you're up and back.
And then
Yeah.
that's what I thought of what I saw online.
Yeah.
Like, were you,
You know,
like,
this
stuck
is
into that
this
kind
is
of
like
thing?
this is a funny like different level thing that I do. Because we've been running figure drawing for 12 years. I don't actually need to go to figure drawing. Like, you could tell me who the model is, and for the most part, I could sit down and draw them. And even when I'm at figure drawing, I never actually draw what I see. I draw that model from a different angle. And I'm not trying to copy what I'm seeing. I'm just using them as a loose reference. And I think that kind of came from
Sonia bids $20 on your drawing.
on the landscape.
Yeah. On the
Landscaping.
isometric
Does she
graph
know what it
paper.
actually looks like? Because I'm not getting it on the camera very
I
well.
think she's watching.
I
This
know.
looks like the old Super Friends Hall of Justice.
Right?
It is the
Shape of an iceberg. Form of a raccoon. The shit are they going to get into tonight?
How much for the self-portrait picture?
$5.
All right, I'll do $5 on that.
Let me just give it to you. I see what you're doing. You want me to plug that machine in.
What machine?
You
Oh.
can't use this as a dartboard. I actually have this anxiety that people are going to burn my
Oh, okay.
pins. What?
So
What?
Sonia bid 20 and Simone bid 40
Ooh, bidding war. Wait, on the same piece?
on the landscape.
Isn't that
Rumble
nice?
House landscape.
Do you want to show them a picture? Is there a way to do that?
Simone, yeah. Where is the picture?
Miss Nina Simone.
Show again.
I used to skip rope when I was a wrestler. And I stopped. And then about 2 years ago, I bought a skipping rope, and it's like it does
Count?
no, it does a Bluetooth to my phone to count the skips for me.
Yeah, count.
Which I think was I telling you this, Neil? That's like half the work is the counting is the hard. So now I can just zone out and skip. The only thing is I'm an old man now, and so skipping.
Being an old woman.
I've been skipping for exactly 1 month, and the way I would describe skipping the first day was I skipped 500. I used to skip for like 20 minutes straight, but now I skip 500 skips, and I would probably have 50 welts on my arms where the rope whipped myself. And actually, for our schools, we're coming up on that season.
Lashes.
Yeah, cat of nine tails. And
40.
I've just gotten this week to the point where I can skip my 500 skips without whipping myself with the rope.
That's nice.
Yeah, but this is, did I tell you about the Ramones?
Yeah.
I could not get my rhythm right. Like I was skipping and stop, skipping and stop. And it was so excruciating. It was taking me an extra couple minutes to hit 500 skips. I'll probably boost to 600 skips tomorrow. And I also learned what a calorie was, right? Because I got home and I was like, oh, this chocolate's like 600 skips. I'm not eating that. But I was struggling with the skipping for 3 weeks straight, 4 days a week, 3 weeks straight. And then I just stopped. And I was like, what did I listen to when I used to skip? And I know I listened to exclusively the Ramones when I was in high school. So I downloaded the Ramones because I guess I haven't had like maybe a tape was the last Ramones I had. I put the rope on and I skipped without whipping myself. And now I can listen to anything. It was like listening to the Ramones and skipping, hit like reset, and my coordination kicked back in. Now I listen to like Under the Influence, but or podcasts. But it took 1 day with my rope and the Ramones to
Sonia bit
regain that muscle.
45 on this.
45.
45.
This actually, I think, will be a pretty nice memento of the Rumble House when it's gone. Andrew, do you remember climbing on the roof with me to take pictures of when we put the sign up?
Yeah, I remember being up there. I took a bunch of pictures and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
I'm very excited to take that sign down. I'm taking it down in July.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to join me to take it apart, I would love that. That would mean the world to me.
All right.
By the way, we've had a lot of photographers come through here, and all of the most meaningful photos, most of the most meaningful photos, because there are a few really special ones, most of them came through you. And I don't know if we've ever told you how much we appreciate the wedding photos you've taken, the photos you've donated to a lot of the news broadcasts. We had opportunities where you were willing to share your photos. Like, you have no idea how grateful we were to the photos that you've taken for us. And when you took me up on the desks, I really felt like, I hope you make $1 million selling those desks to Ghostbusters fans.
We're going to give them away.
That's good
That's
too, though.
nice too.
That's what we're doing when we close this place down. I'll have sold 2,000 paintings by the time we're done this space, and then I'm never selling a painting again. And I'm only going to give my stuff away after the Rumble House.
Simone bid $50 on the landscape, and she said, "You guys got me and so many artists through COVID." She said, "Thank
That's
you."
amazing.
Thank
Can I
you.
tell you one other thing about why I'm excited to take that sign down? First of all, it's not supposed to be there. But secondly, whenever I make something with letters that can be reached in public, the first thing I do is I throw it through a anagram creator to find out what else the letters of Rumble House. Have I told you? Hands up if you know. There's only one phrase that Rumble House can make by using up all the letters, and it's bumhole user. So the fact that nobody's taken my sign down so in July I'm taking the letters down, and we'll go the last 5 months without a sign on the roof, and maybe we'll paint it on the door or something so people know where to find us. But
This is by Brenda.
don't laugh. Everyone here is a bumhole user in some way or another. So
I think this would be really beautiful, filled with like dried flowers or something. It has a really beautiful lip at the top. Like it's like a really cool. I don't know how to show that to the people.
it is lovely. It actually, this kind of looks like
Brenda, yeah. Thank you.
the
Stan.
glass that I made.
Opening is 40.
And the cup was how much?
40 as well. 40.
Does it runneth over?
It does. My heart does.
Yeah.
I also think like it make a pretty.
Like a bell jar. Yeah.
Lisa, can you draw me a sheep?
Oh,
Look at.
the rose inside.
Yeah.
I can put that back.
How much is this for?
40.
All right, let's see how far we are behind, and I might buy that one.
I'll put this one over here. Okay.
All right, here's a question. Who would like to have the Mona Lisa for free?
I love it.
Did your hand
Oh.
Go ahead.
No,
Yours went up
but
first.
it's your birthday, so.
It's your birthday?
No, San
Come
Ella's.
and pick one. Come.
Yeah, she's turning 18.
Tomorrow.
What?
Big one.
Feel old. Old auntie.
There's the Mona Lisa, not the Mona Lisa. Some funny animal from the zoo. A siren. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to throw that at you. Don't buy this one. Ben gun.
Oh, but she's
A pencil drawing of a lady, and Jessica when it was just us at figure drawing. You can have anyone you like out of there.
Thank you.
Oh, or some hep cats from Detroit. Also, if you don't want any of them, you don't have to have one. It will destroy my ego, though. Better if you just take it and throw it out on the way home.
The orange painting in the back.
Orange painting
that
in
one?
the back. Oh, there's just this one?
That one, yeah,
Oh, okay. Is it this?
maybe.
Orange.
Oh, look.
So this is a print of an original painting. Oh, my dear. This is information in the book.
Oh, yes. I remember you read it.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah.
Is it
Jola as the large for 200.
Go rich, go rich.
This is by Jola, and this is $200 opening.
Which, in fairness, I think I'm not sure what it costs to do this, but probably covering his costs.
Yeah, so it's a print
Of,
of his original painting.
Getting the painting printed. And that can be a real thrill, I think, actually. Party owl.
This is by Kevin. There's some cute Pokemon. They're $25 opening bid.
My best friend at work's name's Kevin,
Kevin.
but I use his name more so like, way to go, Kevin. So it's funny how, like, I don't know if those things stick in your head, but they do for me. This is a different Kevin that I have less animosity towards.
Less animosity tour.
Also, I'll make sure I hold this up the right way. Out
Actually,
of
when
respect.
I hear Kevin, I think of my friend's mom yelling at her dad.
Pokemon, Rich?
What?
Can you name the Pokemon?
Not only can I not name the Pokemons, but I invented a game about not being able to name the Pokemons. Okay, so I know this is Pikachu. Am I correct with that?
Pichu, Pikachu, and
Pikachu
Raichu.
is in there, yes. You're
Like
so
that.
Hello and Raichu.
More information than I
That's
wanted.
all.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Thank you.
so not only do I not know them, but I'm actually pretty adept at forgetting them almost immediately. And so I don't know what it is about this that is like, it must be a generational disconnect. But here's a funny thing.
Oh, Mewtwo.
I've never watched an episode of the cartoon.
Do you know them all though?
This one is like abracadabra, I
Can I
think.
tell my story?
Yeah.
So it's Alakazam.
Ah.
Kadabra, and then Alakazam.
So I was giving a TED talk, and I said to my class, "Oh no!" When I gave my TED talk, I was like practicing it in my head while I should have been teaching. And I said to the kids, "Hey, give me something funny I can throw in my TED talk, and then when you see my TED talk, you'd be like, hey, we came up with that." And one of the kids shouted out penguins. I'm like, "Oh man, you want me to use the word penguins?" And it's in my TED talk, right? Like, when I say love. You might be thinking, I love you so much, and I might be thinking, penguins, and the kids just loved it. So after sneaking penguins into my TED Talk, I was giving another speech, and I said to my kids, give me something that I can throw into my speech, and you guys can look for it. And one of the kids said Jigglypuff. Is that one?
Yeah.
Is it?
Jigglypuff.
Okay, listen. I was in a brand new school, brand new high school class. I had some real wild kids. But when this kid said Jigglypuff, I was like, that's the best word I've ever heard. And I think it was an interview, and I did everything I could to get Jigglypuff into it was with Eric Volmers, and he saw right through me. But I did everything I could to get Jigglypuff into the interview, and he just like batted it away and batted like he was not
You
playing
knew
this
what you were
game.
doing.
But I didn't understand when I was doing it that it was actually I thought the kid made up like onomatopoeia or something like Jigglypuff. That's amazing. Like I just pictured them like sitting around eating chips at night, saying funny sounds like I used to do. Did you do that? Funny voices and funny words and
Is this
Anyhow.
Blastoise?
Blastoise.
I did it. Blastoise.
yeah. But I'm getting to the good part of my story.
Oh, sorry.
And so
Interlude.
the next day, and that was the other thing. Is that I tried it twice because the first time I forgot Jigglypuff. I was like, for the life of me, I could not bring that word back into my head. So the first time I promised to do it, they're like, did you get Jigglypuff in the interview? I was like, Jigglypuff! And then it came up a second time, and it wasn't until the second time I realized that this word because I was doing another interview, and the kid's like, can you get Jigglypuff? And I was like, how can you remember that sound? It's amazing. And so the second time I found out it was a Pokemon, I was actually kind of pissed. Like, oh, I would have looked like a real turd putting Jigglypuff into this like academic conversation, right? Anyhow,
Jigglypuff.
this is to answer the question you asked like 10 minutes ago before I started talking. Upon realizing that I didn't know any of the Pokemons, and that not only did I not know them, but I didn't seem to be able to retain them in any way, we invented a game in my art class with the high school kids where they would tell me the name of a Pokemon character, and based on the sound, I would try and draw what I thought that character would look like. And apparently, for some reason I don't understand, it's the funniest thing in the world.
It's really cute. I remember that cards were in the car for the longest time. Mander. Oh,
Not Charizard,
Charmander.
Charmander, I
This
knew
is
must have been. That's not Charmander.
That's Charizard.
Charmander.
Yeah.
I was absolutely sure would have looked as though he was a burned baby.
Oh! Kind of does.
I knew that there would be charcoal on this creature, and he would be like the leftover remnants of a body that had been burned badly. And I drew it.
Saturday morning cartoon.
You should try mimic it.
What does Charmander actually look like? I need to.
Burned baby with antiseptic gel all over.
Oh, jeez. It's like this, but like a baby dinosaur. It's like this, but baby.
And Oliver was here tonight. And was it Oliver? It was Oliver. So Oliver's 20 now, but when he was a little kid, he was really super sensitive. Don't tell anybody I told you this, and I'm sure he's not watching. But we just watched The Incredibles. And he was a little kid. He was just learning to write on the computer. And I was doing something because I get distracted and I do stuff. And he said to me, this is a horrible parenting moment, by the way. He's just on the other side of the room tinkering, and I'm on my side of the room doing some comic book. And he wanted to paint the baby Jack from The Incredibles.
Oh,
You've seen my son like tattoos and Satan and all that stuff. So here's the sweetest kid in the world. He's, I don't know, like 5 years old or whatever years it was. He was really young. And
no.
have a good night.
Take care.
And he's a slow typer. So he says to me, are those dang saying, Rich, shut up? Dad, I want to do a comic too. And I said, great. He's like, I'm going to do a character kind of like Jack. And I was like, cool. He's like, but I'm going to invent my own character. So he didn't want to type in Jack, but he wanted to get kind of that burning baby Jack look. So he goes, Dad, how do I spell burned? And I go, B-U-R-N-E-D. And he types it in, and it like takes like 15 minutes. And then he's like,
Oh dear.
yeah, like 10 minutes later, he's like, how do I spell baby? And I thought he was onto like something else.
Oh no.
So this
Oh
sweet,
no, I see where this is going.
yeah, this is how he turned out this way. This sweet little kid
I didn't
all of a
see
sudden
it.
gets up and walks out of the room.
Oh.
And I go upstairs, and he's like buried in the closet weeping. And I was like, what's the matter? And it's because he typed into Google image search burn baby.
Oh.
And
Back in the unrestricted days.
Early
Yeah.
Google image search too. I don't know how to.
I'm just waiting for social services. To
Taco
call.
Cat. I thought I'd transition to Taco Cat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I
That's
just
a
like,
harsh.
I told that story as I finished it. I'm like, oh shit, that really happened. You take these stories and you turn them into fictions, and then when it suddenly realizes that they actually happened, then you're like, it's devastating.
Maybe we could get him a Taco
Whatever.
Cat pendant.
He's edgy as hell now.
He is
I
edgy.
take full credit.
And resilient.
And resilient.
How much? This is by Allie. I think it was. Was it?
It was the
I think 15. Yeah, 15. And then this one was 20. I think the one.
It's gonna be
Taco
so
Cat
fun.
is opening at 15, and you can
Having
use it
our
as a pendant.
First last summer.
You could wear it for Taco Tuesday. Yeah, anything. And then this is a beautiful little pendant, wild, opening at 20.
Hey, did you get this?
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Can we celebrate that?
Also
One of
resilient.
Jesse's family members was in the hospital for something, and
Andrew,
everything
yeah.
turned out great.
Daddy's
Yeah?
food.
Yeah. Oh, I was being vague, but yeah, Jesse's dad's really healthy or surviving or something.
Surviving. He didn't need a stint in
You
his
could
heart,
have
so-
like a pipe stuck through his. He's like, oh, it's uncomfortable, but I'm like, oh.
hard to sleep, but it's okay.
Oh, geez, Jesse, you better watch you don't choke on that steak. I do this amazing impersonation of her dad all the time. And then we're sitting at dinner table one time, and out of the blue, I was just like, I made a crack about doing like dad impressions. Like, what? You do impressions of me? And I was like, do you want to hear? Do you remember if you liked it?
I think
Her dad laughs at all my jokes.
he's really cute.
I never expect him to think I'm funny. I always sort of expect him to go up and get one of the weapons, and he laughs every time. He's really good. He's got a good sense of humor.
He does. Good old dad. This is
Your mom, though, she's a pistol.
this is by Brandon. Brandon. This is by Brandon. And I think this one's also on that page with Joel as opening. That's some good soft shoe.
Never just one lesson.
I don't know. I think it's 75, but I'm not sure.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm so sorry. I have like
Are we getting tired? Honestly, I think
Sorry,
like
it was by Brand.
Yeah.
And it's the
I would say small.
there's small.
it is really good.
Small.
Like I think we should have
50?
the lights on to show that one.
50 is opening for this piece by Brandon. Thank you so much, Sandra. I'm sorry
I kind of knew you were
Okay. And also I think we've shown
Oh, let me ask you this. What is our chair of the week?
Ooh, the chair of the week.
I like this segment.
Is anybody sitting on the Tigers?
Yes, you are. Oh, I am. You're on the
Are
chair
you
of the week.
You're on the chair of the week.
Did you want to buy it? It's all warmed up. Let me give you another one. You're so patient with me, buddy.
Thank you. I like that one too.
Do you want to buy this one?
This week on Chair of the Week.
Should I tell every week the story about how you were going to claw my eyes out? Because we were donated these chairs from a church, and they're amazing and very retro and very cool. And the only thing is they were the ugliest pink. And and they were sort of like some of the edges looked a little tattered. But we also have this amazing fabric in the gallery because I like to paint on loud fabrics. And so I had this idea. There's a screw here and here. And I was like, it doesn't look like it'd be hard to redo this. So she's like, it's hard to redo it. And I was like, I'm going to try one. She's like, you're not going to try one. Darth Vader voice came out. And so I started working on one of the chairs by myself. She's like, "You're doing it all wrong." And she knocks me aside. So now I'm just helping. And we blasted off all of the chairs in about an hour and 45 minutes. But she goes from, "This is the worst idea ever," very quickly to just giddy about how great they are.
Okay,
And you were
'cause
so happy.
Yeah, I appreciate you for having vision, because with me, I'm like, I'll just accept things as they are.
No,
and
you're
we'll go
not at all accepting when we start.
No,
Not at
no.
all.
I mean, accepting of our reality. But
Yeah,
you're like, this
you
could
are
be
very accepting.
amazing.
Yeah. And then
Let's
once
do
we
this.
once we get started,
And
she
then-
is the best co-pilot on the planet. Once you get past the,
Clawing your eyes out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Tiger chair, opening bid $10, but also a lovely piece of history from the Rumble House. Do I have a $10 bid on the Tiger chair?
Tiger chair.
Chair of the week.
Chair of the week.
We'll just have hard chairs for the last few months. Of Rumble
We'll
House.
just have none.
But they're quite comfortable.
We'll just be standing.
And they would be nice in pairs. Right now, it's a good time to bid because if you got the Tiger chair
You'd have
and you
your choice
wanted a
after.
matching chair to go with it, you'd have the rest of the,
I will bid $10.
Who said that?
Sandra.
Oh, perfect. On this one or that one?
Both of them. Can I do
Would you like to bid like $20 for the two of them? I'll take that.
I'll take
Can I show the other chair? Means I have to move you again, which is. Here, I'm set using it. I do think
This
that.
one's pretty too.
I think that.
Yeah.
We have matching of those. somewhere.
Those are 3, the gold and black ones.
Just two.
You gave one away.
You two,
I
get me some
cannibalized
fabrics
one.
for getting. You were gonna give me fabrics that can make a skirt for Jess too.
Okay.
Oh,
so this-
yeah.
This is the
It's
other
probably
chair.
a chair.
The arabesque.
Extra. I can make you that.
That's right. Yeah.
This was the first
I
one
will
we
try
did,
this.
right? This was
Maybe.
my idea. So these two chairs for $20.
Oh, they look nice together too.
Yeah, they do, don't they?
I'm trying to replace my kitchen.
Do you need four?
I'm down to 2 chairs.
There.
$20 going once. I hate when I do that because I put two fingers up and say $20 going once. But I'm on camera and I look stupid.
You don't look stupid.
$20 going once, $20 going twice, $20 going 3 times for these two chairs. I'm going to put them up at the front. Can you get them home tonight?
I have a car to put the seat in.
I'll carry them out to your car later.
Okay.
I'll send you an e-transfer when we get paid.
I think that
Yeah. No
around
stress. No rush. on
3 chairs what Georgia wants, I think.
The what?
Do you know which chair I'm keeping?
The one I'm sitting on?
Is it got a gorilla on it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the one I'm keeping.
Yeah, it's going to be embroidered.
I'm keeping the gorilla chair. I'm keeping the bumhole user sign. I'm keeping the live art sign. I'm going to keep the Gorilla House sign that's over here and the Gorilla House window that's at the front. Everything else must go, go, go. I'm keeping that black light. Keeping this.
Okay. If anyone else has any requests for what to put up, I think we showed
Or for you to sing. I
a
love when you
vast,
sing.
a vast array.
Let it go.
Wait, do you guys sing?
Rubber ducky.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Sing, sing a song. Yeah, look it up.
The pigeon.
Oh, that was a good pigeon sound.
There you go.
Jesse and I have matching Ernie and Bert shirts.
So who's Bert and who's Ernie?
Which do you think?
My eyebrows can't go straight enough.
You're definitely
You called me a bird 2 years ago, and I haven't been back since.
Really?
Could be
I
worse.
thought I was an Ernie my whole life.
Actually, you know that's funny because Jess doesn't mind being Bert. She's a straight man. But not only is it weird enough that I bought myself an Ernie sweater, and we ordered these. So I ordered myself an Ernie sweater. We ordered Jesse a Bert sweater for this place. And then I don't Bert sweater for my friend at work, Kevin. And so that was at school. We could be Ernie and Bert. And the same evening we came here and we're Ernie and Bert. So I've got like, I don't know. Her dad was joking about having people having like work husbands and work wives. And I think maybe my work husband is Kevin. Yeah. And, but Kevin is a little bit livid because he's like, anywhere but around you, I get to be Ernie. He's like, yeah, I'm Bert, but anywhere else, I'm Ernie. And, but I'm living it. Like I can't feel bad about that. I'm not putting on the role of Ernie. I'm actually that annoying. So no one would want to be that annoying.
This kid in my class actually had a banana and he had it in his ear. I was like, love you. It made me like him a little bit more. He's like, what is that? I can't hear. I got a banana in my ear. I'm like,
Did
he actually said that. And I was like, that was good. Well played. Well played.
I can't hear you. Got banana in your ear. You know what's really nice though? Is Ernie and Bert were the best description of Jim Henson and Frank Oz. And what's pretty neat about the Muppets is, and this is actually, we're sort of heading in this path where a lot of people are doing puppets right now. We love that. We're going to be integrating puppets into the Isle of Rue, not for the effect of puppetry, but because it's just a way for us to express ourselves. That there's certain things we can't say as ourselves. And there's a lot of things that are way easier to say as puppets. And so Neil, you were a puppeteer with us. And we had this one bizarre rule with our puppets, not a rule, but kind of an encouragement was we made Eugene a puppet and we gave him a puppet a month in advance because the plan was to practice using your own voice with a puppet, which is very difficult. You always want to put an affectation on, right? Sure. But Frank Oz and Jim Henson's actual voices were as close to Ernie and Bert as you could get. But that pairing would show up all over the place and you'd recognize. The only one that blew my mind is, have you ever seen Rolf the dog and Kermit singing in the Muppet movie? Yes? I hope something better comes along. Those were both Jim Henson. So that was a really like schizophrenic scene for him to shoot.
That's messed up. Yeah. Okay. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions. And rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. Da, 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 dee, da, da, da. And happy birthday to Ella
Life's like
tomorrow.
a movie,
Very
write your
soon.
own ending, keep believing, keep pretending.
Oh yeah, another intelligent voter. Thank God.
Oh!